What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the Dallas Cowboys are embarrassingly bad. Let's check this out.
Things get much worse.
Man, I feel bad for Dallas Cowboys fans.
It feels
Like
there are some
bro, the amount of belt to ass that happened last night was absolutely diabolical, bro. There's no way, like, bro, this is what their second or third time getting blown out at home. Like, they got blown out by the Saints. They was about to get blown out by us, but then they end up, you know what I'm saying, making a comeback and shit, but still fell short. And then getting beat 47-9 at home. Like, bro, actually, like, realistically, they've got put belt to ass 3 times this year, because we can't forget about what happened in the playoffs, bro. The playoffs was just back in January, bro. The Packers really put belt to ass to them niggas, bro. So I don't know what the hell is going on with the Cowboys, bro. But they need to figure something out and figure it out soon. Because I honestly think it's a Jerry Jones thing, bro, for real.
For so many years, the Cowboys have just found a way to disappoint at every turn, or at least just
as long as Jerry Jones is in office, bro, I don't think Dallas is gonna win anything, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Playoff team at this point. They are definitely better than the bottom of the barrel teams, but being a middle of the pack team in the NFL just isn't good enough. And
nope.
Jerry Jones,
look at this goofy ass nigga, bro.
How much longer is Mike McCarthy going to?
I heard a rumor, maybe one Bill Belichick may be coming around to Dallas. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Are falling, and more importantly, we have football every single weekend.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Every weekend.
Is it a promo?
On the action with our partners.
Yep, I already knew. I already knew it was gonna be a promo. You know, we're gonna skip right past that. DraftKings ain't sponsoring me, so we're gonna go ahead and skip right over that, man. I just knew it the way he was talking, gang.
Very disappointing when you break it down. To have some pretty high expectations and ride into the bye week in week 7 at 500 is just not acceptable. And the way the Cowboys have done it has been even worse. Dallas is 3-3.
Damn, bro. Like, bro, the teams that Dallas has beat this season, bro. Cleveland is 1-5. You know what I'm saying? New York, they're on what? They're what, 2-4 now? They're 2-4, and they barely beat Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the hell is going on with them, bro. And this wasn't even a convincing win for real, because their offense really didn't look all that good, bro. Their defense really carried them.
Offense did what it had to do, and truthfully, Deshaun Watson just sucks, and that was really obvious. He threw 2 picks. Dallas jumped out to a 27-3 lead, and it just wasn't a very close game. The score honestly makes it seem like a lot closer than it actually was, and that is what you expect from a team like the Cowboys. If you're a good team, you are supposed to beat up on bad teams. But then the Cowboys came out week 2.
That shit's insane, bro.
44-10 to the
belt
Saints
to ass.
16-game win streak at home, and the Saints ended that in a really
no. The Saints didn't end it. The Packers ended that shit last year.
Hey, Alvin Kamara had 4 touchdowns. Dak threw 2 picks. It was a horrible showing, and that's kind of been the issue this year, is we haven't quite known which version of the Cowboys was going to show up for that given game. And in week 3, it looked like the Cowboys didn't even decide on which version they wanted to show up for just that game. Against the Ravens, they started off slow. They were getting killed. They were down 20.
And like, bro, and the only reason that Dallas came back, bro, is because we were shooting ourselves in the foot, bro. We let off the gas, you know what I'm saying? And they almost came back, but we ended up winning that game, bro.
The Cowboys somehow started rolling. Dak threw for a touchdown. He threw 2 touchdowns to Jalen Hobart and Kevontae Turpin. The Cowboys made a shot at a comeback. It just was not enough. Derrick Henry ran all over him. He had 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was another poor defensive showing, which seems to be a pretty big theme. 1-2 through 2 games isn't great, but the boys bounced back a bit, even if it wasn't always pretty. They beat the Giants on Thursday Night Football, but even with the win, it really didn't feel like a moral victory. Like, the Giants are ass. We all know that. Daniel Jones isn't great. The team as a whole isn't very good. Really, outside of Dexter Lawrence, who was just dominating
and Malik Neighbors,
and just a completely wasted season. It was a slow
bro, for real. Didn't they just resign him too?
No one even scored a touchdown in the second half. But hey, the Cowboys won. They found a way, and even if it didn't feel like it, they won. So 2 of the Cowboys wins over the Browns and the Giants. two of the worst teams in the league with
Yeah.
two of the worst quarterbacks. That does leave what I think is by far their best win of the year, which came against the Steelers on the road on Sunday Night Football.
Like,
So that was the game
it's crazy that their best one of the year comes with a 3-point victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. That is insane. That's all you need to know how the Cowboys have been this
It
season.
wasn't the best performance all around. Dak threw 2 picks. He did also pass for 350 yards, though, and he came up clutch when it mattered most. He had Jalen Tolbert at the end of the game on 4th and goal. That was do or die time, and the Cowboys would be 2-4 if not for that lone play. It was a good win. The Steelers have been a good team, especially on defense, but unfortunately that did not translate over to week 6. The Cowboys had by far the worst, most embarrassing game of the year, and of course, it had to come on Jerry Jones' birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot this nigga turned 82 and just watched his whole franchise just get fucked up, bro. Those back shots were crazy. Bro, Detroit was giving these niggas hella back shots, bro. A team does not give a fuck and just does not respect you anytime they're doing laterals to their offensive lineman, try to throw a touchdown to an offensive lineman. You have one of your tackles running routes, bro. Like, nah, bro. Me personally, I couldn't let that slide, bro. I'm just saying.
He got to celebrate.
There's no way.
AT&T Stadium by watching his Cowboys get absolutely.
There's just no way, bro.
The Lions 47-9.
Yeah, bro. It's time for them to rebuild for real. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Dak played terrible. Threw 2 picks. Cooper Rush came in, tossed another pick for good measure. Dallas was down 27-6 at half and just never improved. The Cowboys looked like a bad, uninspired football team and just got crushed. And all of a sudden, they're 3-3. Heading into a bye. The Cowboys haven't played like the
Damn, ooh. So they gotta sit on this one for 2 weeks, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Bro, imagine getting blown out 47-9, and you just gotta think about that for the next 2 weeks, bro, until you can play football again.
Really
Yikes, bro.
And it raises a lot of questions
That sucks.
of whether or not they're even gonna make the postseason. And it's not going to be very simple in the NFC.
I highly doubt that they're going to make the playoffs this year.
The question of whether the Cowboys or Eagles would represent the division in January. But this year, who knows? The Cowboys are 500. They sit 3rd in the NFC East. The only other team under them in the standings ahead of Week 7 is the Giants, who just consistently set back offensive standards every single time they hit the field. And still, the Giants are a 2-4 football team. Ahead of the Cowboys, and a lot thanks to an early bye, I will say, is the Eagles, who also just haven't lived up.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, bro. The Eagles haven't even looked that good this season, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even with Smitty and AJ Brown coming back, they still barely beat the Browns. You know what I'm saying?
Years past, Jalen Hurts.
Like, bro, they put together these super teams and just can't do nothing with them, bro. You bring in Saquon, you barely use him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what happened after the first couple weeks, bro? Y'all just forget this nigga on the team?
The Eagles might not even make the playoffs either. Somehow, shockingly against all odds, and obviously I'm excited about it. The Commanders might be the team to look out for in the NFC East, and maybe the biggest division.
I was not expecting that at all going into the season, bro.
It helps to have
I was expecting them to win like at least like 10 games. They might even win more than that this year.
The Cowboys have gotten crushed in the run game. It also helps that the Commanders do have that 4th place schedule. So they were so bad last year. Now they don't have.
I feel like the only thing that's holding the Commanders back, even though they are 4-2, is their secondary, bro. They desperately need a good corner. For real. Benjamin St. Juste was getting bean topped every game. Every game this nigga's getting bean topped, bro. Getting cooked, getting torched. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's just not good at football, respectfully. And on the outside of him, you know what I'm saying? Not De'Ami Brown, bro. Noah Igbenogany and Mikey Sarenstow, they're their only decent corners. You know what I'm saying? Even then they still be getting cooked every now and then, but not as much as St. Juste. So before the trade deadline, they desperately need to trade for a corner. Whether it's Marshawn Lattimore or, you know what I'm saying, somebody along those lines. They desperately need a number 1 corner, for real.
Last season, I was really on that train of Dak winning MVP until he kind of fell apart a little bit late. And truthfully, I took him in a lot of fantasy leagues this year. I bet on him to replicate a lot of that success, and it just hasn't happened. He's still throwing the ball a lot. He has passed for 1,600 yards, 8 touchdowns, and then he's thrown 6 interceptions.
Damn.
It's just not what you really had expected from him. CeeDee Lamb's still playing great. You know, he has 500 yards. He's caught 32 passes, but he hasn't found the end as much as you would think.
I know CeeDee regrets re-signing with Dallas, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I was CeeDee Lamb, I would have honestly waited till after the season to see how the season goes to see if I want to stay with Dallas or not. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going into a contract year, I'm going to respectfully wait and bet on myself.
Offensive success, but that just hasn't happened, and I wonder if that's because of how weak the offense is.
Especially if I'm on a team like Dallas, bro.
Just aren't game changers.
When you know like that everything is not for certain with this team this year, bro, I'll just wait it.
Rico Dowdle's been the guy in the backfield, not Ezekiel Elliott, as some people thought it might be. Dowdle really hasn't done a ton on the ground. You know, he's only carried it 59 times. He's averaging 4.2 per carry, but he doesn't even have a touchdown. He has scored 2 touchdowns through the air. Overall, he hasn't been bad. I just feel like the Cowboys have underperformed really all around. And I did expect the Eagles to take a bit of a step back, and weren't really sure about them after last year, but the Cowboys I expected to be good again. And maybe even win the division again. It was so good and so beneficial to get those Dak and C.
I had no high hopes for any of the teams in the NFC East, if I'm being for real, bro.
And you have to wonder at this point how much longer the Cowboys can underperform before Mike McCarthy is fired. McCarthy was hired in 2020, went 6-10 year one, and then quickly got the Cowboys into some winning waves. They've gone 12-5 for the last 3 straight years and won the NFC East in 2 of those years. But here's the issue. The 2 seasons they won the division, they were upset in the wild card. In 2021, it was a loss to the Niners, and then last year was a rough loss to the Packers. But
and like, bro, in this score right here, bro,
it was a loss to the Niners.
Most of these points came in garbage time, bro. Like they were down like what 20+ points at one point.
Loss to the Packers, but in between, the Cowboys did win a wild card game against the Bucks, which was the last game of Tom Brady's career. It's just
I ain't gonna lie, if I was Tom, I would have came back for another year. There's no way I'm letting Dallas in my fucking career, bro. That's not gonna fly.
Good enough. And now the Cowboys have already lost 3 games through 6 games this year. The Cowboys have underperformed in the postseason, and if they start underperforming in the regular season too, I won't be surprised to see Mike McCarthy get the can. The Cowboys just aren't where they should be, and it feels like McCarthy's seat is getting hotter each week. Especially,
I thought he was gonna be gone in this past offseason, bro.
Touchdown and got 47 dropped on them at home on Jerry Jones's birthday.
Crazy, man. Hey, what the fuck is this? Oh my gosh, bro. But hey, excuse me. I want to know what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? Down in the comments below. Dallas Cowboy fans, I want to know what you guys think as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about y'all team? Should Jerry Jones, you know what I'm saying, get rid of Mike McCarthy, or should they just tear down the whole front office and shit like that? Because for me, bro, I think Jerry Jones needs to be gone, bro. As long as Jerry Jones is in office, y'all are not gonna even get close to the Super Bowl, bro. You know what I'm saying? The closest y'all gonna get is probably the division around like every year. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Y'all let me know what other NFL videos y'all want to react to. Without further ado, I'm out. Gang!